All right, welcome to the BYP Responds videos. Earlier in the Senate, Kozloski, the new head of Arro investigating the UAPs, spoke to the Senate. I want to share just one brief clip, and then we can take it from there.
I'll share a slide in just a few minutes with updated UAP analytic trends. You'll see that many reports resolve the commonplace objects like birds, balloons, and unmanned systems, while others lack sufficient data for comprehensive analysis. Although only a small percentage of reports received by Arro are potentially anomalous, these are the cases that require significant time, resources, and a focused scientific inquiry by Arro and its network of partners. It is important to underscore that, to date, Arro has not discovered any verifiable evidence of extraterrestrial beings, activity, or technology.
So maybe Arro hasn't, which is leaving me astonishingly skeptical, but many others have. Again, they're in denial. They're going to keep this at the bare bones minimum, deny everything, call it balloons or birds or whatever, which is an insult to Fravor and other pilots who can tell an enemy jet flying at 700 miles an hour themselves and the other jet flying at 700 miles an hour from 10 miles away in a heartbeat. But they can't tell the difference between a balloon or a bird or swamp gas. It's the same old story from the inside government office of Arro. It's the new Blue Book 2.0, supposedly. Now, it's true that in this hearing, he did say that they are going to try to get more safety for the people, for the scientists. He specifically mentioned the scientists a few times. He specifically mentioned academics. I'm well aware of that also. It appears tentatively that they are beginning to include from the public sector more different types of people to discuss their understandings, whether it's the history or the technology or how the science would work of UAPs. But if there's nothing there, then there's nothing to study. Again, this is why we push. This is why we need more whistleblowers. This is exactly and precisely why we are worried. That's probably not the right word, but we are concerned. That's a better word. We are concerned with the new head. Now, I know there's others who know this gentleman. I truly don't. I don't know if they're trying to give him enough time to see if he will change the direction. Now, the really nice thing is it looks like the new administration coming in is putting in very, very many powerful pro-UAP disclosure people in the high echelons of Trump's cabinet. Trump is, it looks to me like he's trying to get it through, get it going. We can only hope. We will see. In the meantime, let me reiterate something that I've basically hinted at or reiterated. We really don't have to wait for the government to tell us what the truth is anymore, because I'm somewhat skeptical that they will ever tell us the truth anymore on this issue. Now, I'm just finishing reading Diane Pasulka's book, Encounters. I just received 4 fresh new books. Her other book, American Cosmic, which I will read and review. The book by Donald Hoffman, The Case Against Reality, How Evolution Has Hidden the Truth from Our Eyes, discussing the idea of consciousness. The reason that is important is because perhaps these beings are flying their craft with consciousness. Here's another one by Federico Fagan. He is the one who has developed the Intel microchip processor, irreducible. He is also come to the understanding that the basis of reality is not stuff. It's not grit. There's a deeper substrate, as Donald Hoffman has shown in several of his videos, of consciousness. The end of space-time is here. It is not fundamental. And as Hoffman points out, at 10 to the minus 33, I believe centimeters, I'll have to double check that, and at 10 to the minus 44 seconds in time and space, it breaks down. In other words, at the quantum level, at the level of the Planck constant, it breaks down. It does not have any meaningful applicability or calculability at that very small scale. Therefore, the limit is there, which means it cannot be fundamental. The reason all of this is important as background is because Diane Pasulka, in her book Encounters, is discussing the potential impact of what happens if we do discover that the UAPs are ourselves from the future who have come back. What if the one infinite consciousness is trying to get us to wake up, and these UFOs are here to waken us up because we're off track? I mean, granted, everything about these beings are speculation. I get it. But this outright blatant denial that there's any evidence, that just doesn't hold mustard anymore. It just doesn't. So I'm all for the scientists in the UAP community who are saying we need to just get rid of Arro. Just disband it and get it out of here. It's not doing its job properly at all. It appears at the surface level with this first Senate meeting that they're going to continue denying anything and everything, which at this point in the game, you can certainly tell that they're not scientists because they're denying the evidence. And no scientist, good scientists, take stuff off the table, as Gary Nolan has said. So disappointing, not unexpected, coming from the new head of Arro. We will see how he is able to handle the rest of the administration, who appear to be very pro UAP disclosure. Perhaps, we'll see, perhaps there's going to be more of them than him. I have no idea. So we'll keep our eyes on this. So the latest news again in the Senate. Now he did say they're trying to sidle up with many other agencies so that they can get more clear information, better information. They're going to bring in further scientists. They're going to work toward greater transparency, and they're going to try to give people who come to them with information more safety and try to get rid of the DNA, the NDA, the non-disclosure writings that they've signed. They're going to try to get those taken out so that these people can help this office of Arro if it becomes a credible office. Unfortunately, at this point, that looks like a pretty big if to me. We shall see. I'll keep you posted as I hear more. If I see people who have a better analysis, I will be happy to discuss their views with you. But for now, the Senate hearing did take place with the new head of Arro, and he has denied all UFOs, which is, at this point, idiotic, in my opinion. So, all right, thanks for watching the BYP Responds. I'll be back with more as I find it. Have a great night.